Hello everyone, it is me, Rex Red. I am back with another awesome EZ3DTV tutorial. Today we are doing 2 tutorials in one day. Imagine that. How amazing, how hard we work at this. We are going to be working with Gascon today. And Gascon is an awesome program. It gives DAZ Studio what I would call Boolean editing features. And we are coming back over to this computer if we can get here. Welcome back to number 2 computer. Here we are. And if we switch over to this, here we are here. And this is the DAZ Studio page right now. If you do not own, now beware, listen, be very careful, okay? Art, I am back. Oh, thank you for the thumbs, for the thumb up. I appreciate that very much, friend, very much. Okay, do you own Gascon? Do you own this Gascon program? I didn't even notice that. They must have snuck it in today, and because I did not see it come out last night, but suddenly there it was when I came in here today. Now, DAZ has a special sale going on today, and the sale is for, it says that get an extra 30% off. Okay, discounts exclude DAZ Plus releases. Okay, okay. So the thing is this is $45, but right now it's down to $32. But if you own the Gascon 1, okay, then you don't need to buy this full version, okay? So keep that in mind. I'm very, just very careful to let you know that it's very important not to buy the full version if you already own the. So there are 2 products. If we go back here, you'll notice it's not just Gascon 2. All right, so, but it is Gascon. We have the Gascon, this constructive geometry, which is 45. And I think we come in here and we have the other one, which it's not showing because that's the one I purchased. So if we open this up, then we have this upgrade, which is $17, okay? But because of the extra 30% off, and I had a couple of vouchers in my account, I got this for $7, okay? And so it might have been more than that. I think it could have been even $11, but it wasn't like 45, okay? And for $11, this is it's a great thing to own and have. And I'm going to show you here why, okay? Now this has nothing to do with it, but I just wanted to show you that this is the 3D text, the fiery 3D text you guys saw there. I put this in front of this image. This is a plane in DAZ Studio. And I put this in front of, I put the plane here, and then I put this image, this with Photoshop text and all of this on here. And then, and why doesn't this text look like this was supposed to be, good evening, Serenity's Gate and Angus. Yes, you were almost first tonight. You are almost first. But you know, it's like Angus has been here so many nights, and he's usually the first, but even if he's the third, he has been here for like every night, every time I have broadcast for the last 5 years. Yeah, 5 or 6 years at least. So as long as I've been doing this. So, yeah. So, but I want to give you all thanks, okay? And all very warm and welcome thanks for being here and hanging out with me, okay? So now what we've got here is all right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how. Now, I'm not sure how this all works exactly. We're going to look in panes here, and here it is. It just says Gascon, okay? I assume that would be Gascon 2. Let's see. Okay, this doesn't look like it's the right thing. So what I might have to do is go in and add I might have to add a code in this, okay? So what I'm going to do is I will be right back, okay? So first I'm going to close this down, okay? And yeah, we'll save this. And this was called Gascon II Preview. Just because it's something I made, and I might be able to put a different, it saves the EZ3DTV stuff. My phone link there. Okay. Oh, doing this on a computer that I use is like very difficult. So we're going to open this back up again. All right, here we go. And so now all right, what I'm not seeing here when I go into window panes, I'm not seeing Gascon 2, which I assume you would see both of them here. And when I open this looks like Gascon 1, okay? It doesn't say anything about 2 there. So what I'm going to do is go back to DAZ, and then for a moment here, I'm going to go into my account. I wish I could show you this, but there are like register codes and all that I can't show. All right, so we're going to do the be right back thing, and I'll probably not be more than a minute, okay? Let's see what we've got here. Hello, I am back. Would you like to save changes? No, I believe I have to reopen DAZ Studio for this. So I'll give you a basic idea. You go into DAZ Studio into your accounts, okay? And then in your accounts, you'll see like over in, it says something like serial numbers for products you own. You go in there, you look for Gascon 2, all right, and you find the serial number. You copy the serial number into your clipboard, and then you go to this help, and I can't open this up, but it says about installed plugins. You go and open that up, and you will see in the list your Gascon 2 to put your Be Right Back boat. I put Sigmund in the Be Right Back boat, yes, and Marlowe. They love cruising on the lake. So yes. So so you put your code into Gascon, and you are all set. Then you have to possibly have to reopen DAZ Studio, but now when we go into the panes here, and we have now Gascon 2, and I believe now that Gascon 1 disappears, and the reason why it disappears is because Gascon 2 is an upgrade, okay? It's an upgrade. It's not an actual full complete second version. Now, so we open Gascon, and now this looks like a lot more than the old one did. We have everything all kind of in one area. Now, I have no idea how to use this. So, but what we're going to do is we're going to find a use case scenario, okay? And so we're going to find, look into this files, okay? And we're going to go doors. And we're going to look for doors, okay? And we're going to look for the funkiest looking doors. We're looking for something that has a very unique kind of shape to it. That would be very hard to, to cut out. And now this is kind of interesting, but as we go, I have a lot of doors. A lot of doors. What's this living room door look like? Okay, well, that's kind of nice, but that's just a square. I want something that's going to have a very, like a rounded top and very unique kind of thing. Now this is another prop. Let's see what this looks like. Now this would work, okay? See, it's like where we can take something like this and you say, well, all right, what if I wanted to embed, make just a quick wall, you know, like a brick wall, so this door goes into a brick wall, okay? It's because so you don't have to find the part that this goes to. You can just put this into a wall. But now if I were to come up here to primitives, and if I would go to a cube, all right, and let's go divisions, let's see, 20, let's just go 20, something kind of simple, all right, and then we turn sideways here. Well, let's select the cube and then turn sideways, okay, all right, and what we do is zoom out a little bit. And we could move this door right into the middle of the cube. Why is that so far ahead of that like that? I'm not sure. But we move the door into the cube because what we want to do is cut the door out of the cube, okay? The difference, I guess. And this probably isn't going to work. I'm not sure, but you can't use a plane because a plane is not closed geometry. So we would have to use the cube. And this, again, now we have now a problem here because they've kind of cheated here where they've put like a lip here because it doesn't look like, yeah, see, so that's not really what I want, okay? I want something that actually has a curve there. So we're going to get rid of the doors. And we're just going to keep going until we find something really, really, truly rounded. Okay, this would work. Oh, this is perfect. All right, this is what we want. Okay, and this, if you notice, sideways. And also what's nice is that the center move point isn't like way ahead. I don't have to move it. Okay, so this is like perfect. So what we do is we go to this cube. I don't know how this is going to work, if this is going to work, okay? But we're going to try. So we're going to take the cube now and parameters. I'm going to delete the cube, and what I'm going to do is put a cube in with a bunch of geometry because I don't dare. Okay, we're going to go like 200 divisions, except let's see what this cube looks like. Now we go to wireframe, and we take the cube and we scale it up. And that may be just like way too much geometry. So let's go with the cube here. Let's delete the cube again and put another cube in. And let's try, I don't want just too much geometry, 100, okay. And we're going to scale the cube up again like this. All right, and then we're going to take the cube, look at it sideways and scale it in. Oops, that's Z, with Z. And guess what we have here? We have a wall, but the wall goes right through our object. And that's not good. And so what we want is this to go around the edge of this. I don't think this is going to work because of the windows that are in the cube. Okay, but we're going to try. Okay, and so we're going to go. Okay, Z-scale did what? What did that just do? Okay, that made it wider. We don't want to make it wider. Okay, we want to make it taller. Okay, and that, now we can bring this down a little bit. But what if we now make it, now you see, all right. Then we go X scale. And there's our wall, okay? And the wall, we bring this up a little bit more like this maybe. And can we do this? You know, can we make a wall here with this thing? Now, what I'm thinking is that I might be able to trick this. Okay, now the problem with this is it doesn't look like there's a there is a baseboard. See, notice this baseboard? See, so if we can trick this by pulling our, all right, see this baseboard is perfect here for this. Okay, so we have the baseboard, and I think we could let it go down below the baseboard. But what we need to do now is make this wall really thin, okay? And so we go to our cube here, and Z. We make it really thin, and then we put it where the glass isn't. Okay, now if we look on this side, we see the lattice work, but on that side we don't, okay? And I have no idea what I'm doing, none whatsoever. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the video. Let's just try something. Let's click the cube. All right, let's go to DAZ Studio because I don't know what I'm doing. All right, so we're going to go now to this here, and then we're going to go down to this video. We're going to go to YouTube here. All right, let's see what we got here. I need to go to YouTube. Okay, we're going to go where he starts doing the, that's fracture. Okay, and which one is, okay, fracture. Okay, I think it's down here. There it is. That's the one we want. So, okay, come on. All right, now where it says try, okay, so select the cylinder. Okay. All right, this is what we want. Okay, so we would select, I guess, okay, and we're going to just try it first and see if this works. So we go select the cube because we want the difference of anything going through the cube. Now, I think I want this to go a little higher. So we go Y scale. Yeah, so we have a little more of a wall, Y scale. All right. And then let's look at this in wireframe. Okay, this might not work, okay, because I might not have enough geometry in this, but let's see, okay, what happens. Okay, we go back to iRay. Okay, see, it looks like this might work. Now, okay, so let's see how this works. If it works, will it work? Okay, so now we go to this window, panes, Gascon II, and let's just try using difference. Let's see if it works. Difference. Nope, it didn't work. Okay. Okay, spherical, okay. So intersection. Is it trying to do something? Okay, cancel operation. Let's go. Oh, okay, surface precision. Let's go to 0.5. And okay, select an item, and we would want to use the door triple. Accept. Oh, it says cancel operation, so it seems like it's doing something. Okay, then select the difference. The B node, arch. Accept. Okay, that didn't work. Cube, difference. And then we hit difference again. The B node. That didn't work. Okay, we try again. Difference. All right, B node. Let's see. Thank you for all your streams and company. You're welcome, Art. You are very welcome. Oh, you're going to bed early. I've got company for the summer, and they want to watch videos and sleep downstairs. Good night to you and Angus and Serenity. Well, good night to you. Have a lovely time with your guests, Art. And thank you for your company and your views on my channel. It's very nice to have you here. You have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And good night, dear friend. I will hope to see you again in the next video. All right, here are we going. Where are we going to go here? Fracture smoothing steps. Let's give this like some smoothing steps. We're going to go cube. Okay, difference. And then this triple door, difference. Okay, it didn't work. Why? Why? Why didn't you work? Difference. Okay, let's go back to the video. Oh, come on, YouTube. All right, we're going to go back here. Okay, we have the cylinder. Oh, okay. Now it didn't... Did it create something different here? No. Okay, so we'd still have these... Arch, RA. Okay, left A and okay. Oh, wow. We can actually close off the inner part here. Okay, which is kind of nice, but then what about this top part, the arch? That's all part of the frame. Okay, we could turn those off for now, I guess, so they're not part of the whole thing. All right, so we go back here. We go back here. Okay, select. All right, try the difference. Then select the cylinder. Okay, let me think about this. Oh my gosh, YouTube. All right. I can't even think because these darn the stuff comes up here. All right. All right, we got to try again here. We're going to go back. That was intersection. Okay, so I think now an intersection. Okay, so that's intersection. I'm not sure what that just did, but if that was a useful difference. Okay, so we select the difference option, then selected the cylinder. Okay, so let's try this. So we go here. We select, okay, now we select the difference. And we take the cube. All right. And then we select difference and select the door. And actions, paned. Okay. That didn't work. Cube. Difference. Oh, wow. Okay, this is not working. Okay, we'll try it again. Difference. We'll select the door first. Accept. And then we'll go difference again and select the cube. All right. Let's hide the door. Let's try putting a sphere in here. Just something else. Sphere. Sides. 100. Segments. 100. We'll go crazy with this stuff. Okay. Sphere. Okay. Scale the sphere. Maybe the door isn't closed geometry. It just could be like little flaps and patches and things like that all put together. Maybe it's not actually. All right, so we scale this. Okay, let's put Gascon up in here somewhere. All right, here. So we can use that now. Parameters. Let's scale the sphere. All right, and now we go into Gascon. All right, we have the sphere and the cube. Okay, difference. We're going to select the cube. And then we go difference and select the sphere. See, that didn't work. All right, so at least there's hope that the other thing might work, because these are definitely closed geometry and they should work like that. There's no reason why they shouldn't. And it didn't create like a third thing, you know? So we only have our 3 objects here that we've been working with. Let's go try it one more time. Okay, we'll select, okay, to do this, difference, cube. Difference, sphere. Didn't work. Return object. Okay, so let's go back here. Let's open this back up. Okay. And all right. See, it created a third object. Okay, no, that was too quick. Okay. Difference. All right, let's stop this. Okay, he's got precision 350. All right. Cylinder. Difference. Okay. Let's go up with random seed. Let's go 3. What did that go like literally 3.50. That's 3.50. Okay, so let's go back here to precision 3. Okay. Smoothing steps. Fracture setting. Okay, we got the random seed, none of that. Discard current surfaces. Let's go back here. That's selected. UV map. We're going to go cubic. And difference. Cube. Okay. What if we select them both? Cube sphere. No, it's not working. Discard. Anybody know what I'm doing wrong? Okay, so I'm just going to like tell my brain not to let this kind of get to me, because it's just it's something that will elude me until I do it right, so perspective view, we're in the I-ray view. I don't think it would matter that much. Let's try this again. He's going to do it again. Sphere. All right, let's try using the sphere instead first. Okay, sphere, difference, cube. Okay. Now that just created this, which is not really what I wanted. Okay. I would assume that maybe inside of this sphere there's a... Okay, that's not what I wanted. Okay, it turned them off. Okay, let's turn them back on. Let's now go to cube. Now the cube has geometry, difference, sphere. Now that is not at all what I expected to happen. All right, let's go with this cube. Let's just put a different cube in. All right. Just maybe I corrupted the cube somehow. Divisions 100. Okay. We'll just... Okay, now we're going to stretch the cube because that's what we want to do. Scale it. All right, and then we're going to Z. Okay. And bring it up a little bit. All right, cube, Gascon, difference, sphere. Okay, this worked, so I must have done something to corrupt. All right, so what we have now is this, and we look here, we have kind of this broken thing. Okay, so we can now go here instead. Let's take our cube and turn the cube back on. Let's turn back on our arch. Okay, and let's take our sphere and scale that a little more. It's not like exactly what I want it to be, but okay, that's the sphere, Z. Let's go to the cube and let's scale it Y. All right. And X. All right, and now let's go back to Gascon, difference, and then arch, difference. Okay, yeah, you see this did something that I can work with, okay, because now I can just cut these pieces out with Geometry Editor. It's not exactly what I was expecting, but it allows me then to turn the arch back on. Okay, so what we could do, theoretically, we now have this new object here. All right, we turn this off, like this, please, okay, and turn on this, where's the Gascon? All right, so we could go into Geometry Editor. All right, this worked in a way. It looks horrible. It doesn't look very sharp. But let's now go into Tool Settings, Geometry Editor, Geometry Editor, and then we take and we do right-click, and let's go Selection Mode, and let's go to Marquee, no Lasso. And we go like this. Let's get rid of this piece first. Geometry editing, geometry visibility, geometry editing, delete selected polygons. Yes, that worked. Okay. And then we come in here. And we go up here. God, I'm good. Good at tracing this stuff. Okay, geometry editing, delete selected polygon. Yes. Now it left a bunch of chunky stuff there in the bottom. But now we can take our arch. Okay, why? Oh, because the cube and all of this stuff is still part of this. So we go, let's get rid of the cube. Oh, that's kind of weird how the cube is actually part of... Get rid of the sphere, get rid of the cube, and look what we have here. Now this isn't too bad. Now what we could do is take this Gascon and let's find a surface for it. Presets. This is exciting actually. And now we go into our shaders. Brick. Let's go with stone. Okay, we have to go into surfaces. Okay, well, surfaces and select this. Okay, and now we can go into here, stone. Well, that didn't work. Okay, I would say we got to apply this first. Okay, this is giving us some really weird UV. It's like if you think of wood grain, okay? It's like when a tree has this chopped piece. You know, if you cut a tree in half, you know, you cut through a tree, one side, the part coming down on the tree has one texture, and the part going across the tree at the, where you cut it, has another texture, so you have to kind of lay one texture up and down the tree for the wood bark, and then you have to have another texture where the cut is for the rings of the tree. And what's happened is this has become reversed. You see, this is kind of where it's kind of reversed in a way. You'd think that it should be the other way around. How I would change the UV on this, I'm not sure. Gascon II. And I'm not sure. Cubic. Okay, let's go with spherical. See, I picked cubic. Now, if I had picked spherical, we might have a different... See this UV map projection or planar. Okay, we have all these different kinds of maps, and you have to pick the right one to get this to work. And this is not going to work like this. So let's delve into this some more, okay? Delete. Let's bring now back. Now that we've kind of got this working, kinda. Now why, another question is why did it join the bottom here? Okay, and what we have here is, okay, so let's take these doors here and turn them off again. And what we have here for the bottom, okay, is all right. Now okay, I see where I would have to put it in front of the glass, okay, to get it to cut the bottom out, okay? In front of the lattice work, okay? So let's do this again. We just turn, and that would also, and we only have a little bit of a lip here, okay, to do this. So we got to make our plane very flat. Okay, so let's now go back here to our cube, put the cube in, all right? And let's go and select the cube. Let's not try not to mess it up here. And we'll scale the cube like this. And then we will scale the cube X like that. And then we will turn it sideways and scale the cube Z. Very fine like this. And then we will bring the cube ahead like this. Cube Z, move it in. There it is. There's our cube. Okay. It looks like we've got it right. I'm not positive. But let's also move it down a little bit. Y translate. And let's Y scale it a little bit more. All right, because I can always have the wall go down into the floor a little bit. All right, and now we're going to go like this. I'd like to make this X a little bit more like that. Okay, maybe a little more. Think about the size of the scene that I might want to make with this. And okay, I think that's good. The character could be about this height, and that would kind of fill the scene. It gives me the ability to zoom in a little more, and I can like group it all together and then resize everything together also. Let's see if we move this out. Okay, I think this will work. Okay, so let's now select our cube, go to Gascon, difference, And then we select the arc door and difference again. It didn't work. Okay, it didn't work. Cube. All right, let's try this one more time. Difference, cube, accept. And this one, difference. Okay, we're going to try putting the cube inside of this. That sort of seemed to work. Okay, difference, cube, difference. And we have the spherical. Let's go planar lateral. And difference. This. Okay, this didn't work. Something is wrong. Three, okay, random seed, random object. Difference. Door. Okay, what's this? Why is that? Okay, we have a triple arch. And there's the right and left. Okay, something's inside here. Okay, so we go difference. Okay, there's something in here. Handle, door, triple. And this one doesn't seem to have... Okay, there has only a handle on one side, on one door. Okay, why is this so sluggish like this? It's okay, it's in the middle of an operation. Difference. Okay. Here we go. Something's happening. Probably not the right thing. I'm probably cutting the handle out of the door. Okay, triple arch. Okay, this didn't work. Okay, what did this create? It created this triple arch thing. Okay, let's turn that back on, turn these off, and that off. Cube, let's try this again. Cube, I think we select the cube first. Difference. That didn't work. Okay. Take the cube out again. Cancel. Okay, difference. Let's try this again. Cube. And this is going to do the exact opposite thing. Please select the B node. It's not working. Okay. Let's get the cube out of here and do it again. Okay, what I could do. All right, now I'm thinking here. Okay, because what this is going to do is it's going to cut this out of the but it's going to leave the center in, okay? All right, so we're going to try again. So we'll just go in here, bring in the cube again. Bring in the cube. This time we're going to go with 200 divisions. Accept. Because we want a sharper cut, okay? More precision. Okay, precision of the mesh. Let's go down to 1 instead of, and I think if I go lower, then it's tinier precision. I don't know. That's kind of the thought that's going through my head, but I'm not sure. All right, let's go here into texture shaded. Let's go to parameters, scale this up like that. And we're still at the bottom here. Y translate down a little bit. Okay, X scale like this from the front. Okay, from the side. Z scale like this. What I could have done was gone so far that all right, what have we got here? Okay, Z scale, let's go to 50. 50. Just make sure we're in the positive, okay, and not the negative. Okay, X scale, Z scale, which would be this way. Okay. All right. That looks like it could work. And then we go here, cube. We go back to Gascon. We'll try the planar lateral. Let's save this. Save as Gascon French doors. Let's call it arch doors. No, French doors. Okay, French doors. Gascon French doors. Okay. And this cube. All right, I want to do this a little bit more. I want to stretch it a little more. The wall. Why is this taking so long? It's just a couple of little teeny objects. Why does it take so long to save? Okay, so, all right, we're going to go now with this cube. We're going to go X a little bit more here and Y a little bit more there. Okay, and now we're going to select back to Gascon. Let's go difference, cube, accept. Oh, see, now when I do this, these are still on. It like has no idea that they've been turned off. Okay, accept. Okay, difference again. It's doing something. It didn't work. Okay, so we're going to take this out and this out. Let's try it this way now. Cancel operation. It's still okay. Cancel operation. Okay, difference. Let's try again. Difference. Okay, this didn't work. Why? Why is the question? Parameters. X translate, Z translate. Let's bring this back a little bit more. Okay, the cube. Gascon. Smoothing steps. Let's go 3. All right, we'll try this again. We're going to unselect that. Difference, cube. Well, this kind of... What am I doing wrong? Plane to settings node. Okay. Copy the parameters in this plane to Gascon settings node. Gascon points. Create new Gascon points node. Use in fracture to set points of clutter. Okay. Let's try a different one. Let's try cylindrical. Okay. Difference. Cube. Difference. B node. Cube. Now it's going to cut it out inside. No. Okay, let's close this. Reopen it. Could be just Daz is corrupt right now. I would imagine that cutting geometry out Okay, I think what I'm going to do also is go in and turn off one of my graphics cards in my render settings. Okay. Because it could be just messing with the graphics cards. Like one graphics card is trying to do one thing while the other is trying to do another. Okay, let's go now and load this file. New French doors. Okay. And this still has those other doors. Let's take them out. Okay. We're going to take the cube parameters and make it a little bit larger. Scale it X. And now what have we got here? We'll take and move it back a little bit. Like that. All right. And then we go to Gascon. And let's just do it with its, okay, the spherical. It did remember the spherical. Let's make sure my, okay, graphics card is turned off. Gascon. All right, we select that. We go difference. Then we select this. Didn't work. It worked once, and now it won't work again. It looks like there's a tiny bit of a... Oh, I'm in Geometry Editor. It may not work in Geometry Editor. Let's go out of Geometry Editor. Okay, try it again. Difference. Cube. Well, it did something. Okay, Z. Let's try again. All right. Now let's go to difference. And we hit difference again. Select that. What in the heck? Why? Okay, all right. Now I'm seeing something here. Because remember we have this little triangle thing here. Okay, now what I've got to do is push this ahead enough so that it doesn't intersect with that triangle thing in the front. Okay. Let's try this. Okay, difference. Now this is going to do the opposite. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, difference. Fracture. These are fractures. Okay. Surface adaptivity. Precision 1. Okay, let's try planar top. Okay, we select this. Difference. Okay. Well, all right, we're going to try a different door. It likes it and then it doesn't like it. So let's try a different door. Products. It's very frustrating. This is very frustrating, but door. Let's find a different door. It's the kind of thing like you want to put a door in your scene, you know, you want to put a window in your scene. And if you put it in, it's going to have this block it. You know, you could slide it in there, but it's not going to let's see this. Okay, that's a side wall. Door. Well, that looks like a side wall also. Oh, it's one of the doors. Okay, I'm not sure. Let's see. It's not what I want. Okay. Prop door 2. I wanted something kind of rounded, something interesting. But that may be the rub there. Okay. Oh, here we go. That's a gate kind of door, but those are materials. Okay, that couldn't be any less interesting. Okay, now we got 10 doors, which is not what we want. Okay, delete that. Now we're getting down to the older stuff, which may not, again, be closed geometry. Okay, where's the door? Okay, it's right there. Pull it ahead a little bit. Okay, that'll work. Now I can, looks like I can see through it though, which is kind of not good. Let's do this cube here, parameters. Let's go with, okay, our 50% is Z. Let's go to like 2%. 2. So that it's very thin. It's still a cube. Okay, but all right, now let's try this again. We select the cube, Gascon, and then we go difference, difference, then select the door. Nope, it just doesn't work. It's not working. Okay, this doesn't look like closed geometry when I look at this. It's like, why has it got to be closed geometry? It's just like, why is the question? Why does it have to be, you know? Let's try this again. Difference. Difference again. Door. Okay. It's kind of like useless if you just get, all you can do is like use primitives, like, you know, like, because if I'm sure if I put like a cube in here, it's like, oh, I can cut this out. It's like that couldn't be any more kind of useless, just in my opinion. All right. These all look like the same junk here. Okay, let's oven door. Let's try this. See if this is and it's on both sides. Okay, let's scale that. Parameters, scale the oven door. And Z. All right, it's still there. Okay. Scale it down a little more. All right, let's just see if it works. Okay, cube. Gascon II. And then the oven door. Is this actually a no, it's not. It's just not working. All right, it'll cut it out that way. This couldn't be more ugly. All right, we'll turn these back on again. What's this? You'd think that it would cutting it out of just a cube, you know, would be the simplest thing you could ask it to do. You know, cut yourself out, cut it out of a cube. All right, union. Okay, what if we do the union thing? We go cube, union. Okay, cube. And then we this, and union. Okay, that's just the opposite of what I kind of expected it to do. Okay, Z. All right. We turn these back on. What about intersection? Cube. Okay, intersection. That didn't work either. It's like the things that I need it to do, it's not doing. It's just, you know, if you could figure just like, and this isn't really telling me because there's no windows in here. There's no, that's the whole point is I could just use this because there's no, in that particular door thing, there's no windows. So it's like, okay, so let's try something else. Let's try this door. Something else here. All right, let's try this door. Cube, surface. Okay, Gascon, difference. Okay, I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, I think I need this. Difference. No, all right, let's try this again. Difference. It's not going to work. So, you know, option here, the ugliest option in the world is to just come in here to geometry editor. So, all right, would be to tool, settings, geometry editor, and just go like here, mesh. Okay, this would be selection type, selection mode, lasso, and just go like this, All right, and right click, geometry editing, delete selected polygons. Yes. Okay, now we have this. Okay, it's now we can actually see through the door. And then I could put, which I just kind of did this the wrong way, and I can't undo that. All right, so we'll take the cube out again, try again. As you can see, now I'm getting frustrated, but I think I've figured this out now, something out, okay? So it's like, just don't use Gascon, all right? Just use Geometry Editor, okay? To do what kind of like Gascon should do, you know, is, all right, so now we go here. There might be some logistical thing, like whenever it tries to cut something like that's not a closed geometry, it may see infinity or something. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm not smart enough to know why it can't do that, but let's go back to parameters. Okay, surfaces, parameters, okay. And we scale this again like this. This time we'll scale it a little bigger. And then we'll scale it X, scale. All right, that's better. And then we turn this and go Z scale, and we'll go to 2. All right, and now we come back here. Why did that get smaller though? Oh, okay, I understand now. So we make this bigger like this, this. We make it go Y, translate, and Z, Y scale. Okay, this kind of should work. All right, that should work. Now we can do this. Okay, so we go back to Geometry Editor. Tool settings, and I think we've got Geometry Editor still on. Yeah, selected the cube. So we come here, cut through here, cut through here. All right, geometry, editing, delete selected polygons, yes. All right, now we can actually, we have the door here. And now we can go to our cube here, settings, and see we shouldn't have to deal with any of that. Okay, we go to surfaces. Default. This just kind of cuts Gascon completely out of the equation. It's like, so there's going to be maybe just a few rare occasions where it's actually useful, because it seems as though now all the doors that I own are not closed geometry or something. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Okay, so if anybody knows what I'm doing wrong, please just leave a message down in the comments section. All right, so let's go to shaders, and we'll go stone. And now we have to select this again, make sure we have the cube selected. Okay, that looks like terrible, but let's go down through and find some more stuff. Different stone. Limestone. Okay, bricks. Have a nice stream. Well, thank you very much, 044. Thank you very kindly. Thanks for stopping in, and the heart is very lovely. Very kind of you to leave a heart for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we've got some brick here now. This is kind of cool. And that looks even a little better. All right, so what we do here is we take and go into our surface editor, and we can make this a little smaller, this the tiling. And we go here with horizontal tiles. Let's go 8. And we go vertical tiles, 8. Try this. Oh, that looks terrible. Okay, because you can see, but let's see if we go the horizontal offset. Because you can see they're not, it's not seamless. Okay. If it is seamless, it's quite terrible. Okay, so we go back to surfaces. This is why I asked Daz for, you know, 8K, 16K. This is why I've asked them, and they say, why would you ever need, you know, and Daz didn't say that, but I had people come in and say, why would you ever need like 16K shaders? It's like, so we don't have this. So, okay, so we come in here and we go, and I mean, I could just make it a little small, a little wider or something, but it'd have to be a lot wider. Okay, so we go down to like 5, and that kind of works, and then 5 and like 3. Okay, and we've got a wall here. Okay. So let's put some kind of environment option here. Parameters. I feel like if I like put some kind of, okay, parameters, okay, we go here. If I put some kind of, okay, products, render settings. Come on, read the hard drive. Okay. Let's find some kind of... Okay, why didn't that put that on? Environmental options. Let's see. Oh, we're not in iRay. That's why this looks so terrible. Oh, look at this now. Look what we've got, people. We got... that's why that looks so terrible. And I didn't pull it down enough. Okay, so what I could do, I think I can still stretch this a little bit. Let's see the cube scale. That's a that's a beautiful name. It just didn't quite connect with my head, and now it is. You have a lovely, lovely name. Okay, we're gonna go Y translate. We're going to bring this down a little bit. Okay, now I've got a problem here where it cuts. So I should have thought of that. Now, okay, the cube is gone again. Let's go back here and put another cube in and do this the right way. We got to keep doing this until we get it right. All right, cube. Scale the cube like this. All right, we're going to scale that up. We're going to go Y translate, bring it down some. Then X scale like this. And then we go like this, and it would be Z scale. Let's bring that down to 2. All right. And then we go back to X scale again. Scale overall scale. Okay. And now we have... Okay, I'm going to bring this down a little. Okay, I don't think I need to bring it down more. It looks like I should, but I don't think I need to, because our plane is going to come in here and fix that. So, and let's just make sure, let's see, we see what, okay, So we could just take this, go to front. Okay, that's all good. All right, so this is good now. Okay, so now we go back to our geometry editor. So, all right. It says we have no viewers left. I wish the concurrent views updated a little better, because it says 0 there, but I don't believe that's the case. All right, so let's go. It's 11:17. Maybe tonight we'll get the new geometry, the new mesh grabber. They're putting out some stuff. All right, I am still recommending Gascon until I'm really sure that I'm not doing something wrong here with it. Okay, so I'm not recommending it. I just don't know that I'm doing the right thing with it right now. Okay, so it would be nice if it would like cut it out, you know, really pretty well, but it's not. Doesn't seem to be doing that right now. Okay, so let's now go here to, we have the geometry editor on. I think I can just go cutting this again like this, across here, up through here. Did that work? Let's go to, yeah, I think it did. Okay, so we go geometry editing, delete selected polygons. Yes, and that did work. Okay, and we've got this like that now. This does work. Okay, now we could bring this cube in a little more. Let's go to parameters. Center it a bit. Okay, so we go Z translate, and let's put this in the center of our gate. Okay, the gate kind of looks a little crooked, but let's maybe not. That's just could be the way my camera's looking at this. It does look like the gate's kind of crooked. Maybe not. Let's bring the wall back a little bit. Z. Okay. That works. Okay. Now let's find some kind of texture again for this. I have some really nice textures, so okay. Okay, this will work. We just bring this up like this, and we can see some of the ground plane. Okay, there'll be like an area to stand and walk around in here. Okay, so Gascon French doors. This is not. Let's give this a new name. We're going to call this Serenity's Gate. Save scene. All right, Serenity's Gate. Save this. And now we're going to go into iRay and see what this looks like. Okay. I was trying to figure out how to put a shuttered window and a movable door in Stone Mason's new cottage. Yeah, see, this is a we're talking about a very vital thing here that we're trying to do, and is to fit, you know, and how do you do it without the you know, it going through, because like at this point you can see kind of through this, right through this window now, because this is no longer, you know, there. It doesn't look like it, but you can, when you look down, you can see the gray floor. You can see so that you can see the sky here. Okay, so that's actually, we're looking through that glass window, and so this is kind of working so far. What I'm going to do is put like a UltraScenery grass here or something, maybe a road or something. I don't know. We'll see. Like with the something with a path. All right, so now we're going to go, and the old UltraScenery isn't so bad because you can do things with the old UltraScenery that you can't do with the new UltraScenery. So having both UltraSceneries is just a massive toolkit thing, okay? So, all right. Now, what we're going to do here is put our texture surfaces. We still have those, I think, here, presets. Okay, we have the cube selected. All right, now it decided to reset the window. I love it when it does that. Okay, what about this? Okay, now we have, this is a 2K, this is a 4K rock. Okay, so it's at least you want to get 4K in here. I might have only been Okay, editor, let's see. Do I have the cube selected? Yes, let's do the 4K rock again. Why aren't you putting that on there? Come on. All right, let's go here back. Cube, default. There we go. That doesn't look too bad. And see, this is 4K. This isn't bad. I don't see any repeating pattern here. Okay, other than the fact that this looks like wicked cool. All right, so let's see now. We bring this up, and luckily I made it wide enough so I can zoom out a little bit here. Not that much though, but enough. Okay. Now, if I wanted, I could just stretch this all and make it bigger, but then if I put a human here, okay, let's put a camera in the scene, create, new camera, copy this active thing here, and then we'll lock the camera, edit, object, lock. All right, so the camera doesn't move around too much on us. And now let's go to our favorites or the scripts, Ultra. I'm going to use the old UltraScenery. All right, UltraScene Creator. And we're going to make this, we'll just go with 2, see if that'll work. For hills, we don't want too many hills here. Features. Okay, all we want is a little path. But if I have to, okay, the dirt path, okay. Ecology. Grasslands, we'll put our own trees in if we need them. Okay, and we go build, select the camera. And I'm not gonna put any of this on yet, okay, until, all right, build scene, till I find out where my path is. Okay, done, close. All right, wow, look at that. That's so cool. Now, what we're going to do is zoom out of this. We're going to put this arch and our cube into a group together. So we're going to group them. And I'll say arch. Let's see, arch and wall. All right. Now we can take the arch and wall and move them. Okay, where's our road? That's the question. Let's zoom out. Let's take our UltraScene. Zoom out of here like this. Okay, there's our road. So we take the arch and wall, select it, go parameters, X translate, like this. Y translate. Okay, X translate. Okay, now let's go to our, let's zoom in on this. Okay, look at that. Now that's not too bad. Okay, this a little bit like that. And I think some little elves and stuff would be kind of cute in this. Let's save this. All right, now our camera. We got a problem with the camera, okay? So what we got to do now is go through our camera, look through the camera. All right, and then what we're going to do, unlock the camera, object, lock, unlock, and we're going to just move this camera up. Okay, I don't think I unlocked the camera. I think I locked the arch. Edit, object, lock, unlock the arch and wall. Okay, I don't know that I just managed to do that. Okay, so the camera's locked. Edit, lock, object, lock, unlock. Okay, why aren't things... Okay, it's unlocked it. Okay, so now we're going to move the camera over here like this. Wow, I even like that. I like this a little better than the other one. Okay, okay. And then we go back to our UltraScene. We go back to our script, UltraScene, UltraScenery Creator. And now we can turn everything on. Rebuild the scene. See what this looks like. Yeah, so I'm of the mind that both UltraSceneries have their purpose and use and all. Close this. Look at this now. Save this. See what we have now. And this is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So we could take now our environment options, and if we have like, okay, let's go into filament mode. And what filament mode lets us do, okay, we're going to lock the camera again. Edit. Lock. You know, my advice is lock the camera as much as you can, because you can get the camera into this particular place and all you have to do is move the camera by, you know, even the slightest degree, and all of a sudden your scene just looks like horrible. Just all it takes is bumping your camera a little bit, and suddenly everything loses its magic. Things aren't looking at the camera the right way. Things aren't. And it's so when you lock the camera, at least you have, you know, it doesn't mean you can't unlock it and tweak it a little this way or that way, but at least you have, you can build your scene and not worry that you're constantly kind of throwing it off a little bit here and a little bit there. Always lock your camera, okay? So we're going to go into the perspective mode a little bit here and see what happens when we go into this environmental settings. Okay, let's go out of here. Okay, we're supposed to be in filament mode. Why? I'm not sure how we ended up back in. Okay, well, this is filament mode. It looks terrible, okay, but all right, environment. Not sure why everything. Oh, we have UltraScene on. Let's turn this off for a moment, okay? It's like slowing everything down. And now let's see if we can get the sun to kind of shine through this window here, okay? And that's why I'm moving this around. Okay, this is our image. So we do have some kind of sun there. Let's see what happens when we move this around. Okay, close this down. Dome rotation. Let's see what this is in iRay. Okay, this is kind of brings us to the darker world, which I could put a light in the front. Okay, but I'm not. All right, so let's play around with a different sky. All right, so we go to browse, and let's find a, let's find, why are all these, okay, let's find kind of a pinpoint sun that's up in the air and that's not like directly on the horizon. Something up in the sky, like this one's up in the sky, but okay, something very tiny sun that would kind of, that might shine through that window and say, hey, that's a sun. Here we go, cloudscape. It's up in the air a little bit. Okay, that, I don't wonder if that's the one I just had. I don't think it is, but dome rotation. Okay, we're going to go back to here. No, back to filament. You can filament's the only mode that shows you your. Okay, that shows you your HDRI. Okay, what I'm going to do is add. I'm going to create a new filament. What's a filament? Node. Accept. And now we can go into parameters here and bring the ISO down a little bit. Distant scene light scale. All right, I think that's good. And then we can move this around again. Environment options. We can kind of see the sky a little better. Dome orientation. Okay, that's where the sun is behind. Okay, so we go Y. Okay, I'm going to zoom out a little bit like this. We're going to take a look at this now. Where is the sun? I don't see it. What's happened to it? Okay, there it is. That's an awfully big sun. And if I bring it down, okay, X like this, Z, it's still going to look like a gigantic. Okay, I know what we need to do. Okay, we go Z. So it's still a gigantic sun. So what we do is we put another plane in the scene, create. New plane. New primitive plane. And we're going to go with size 10. We'll go with 4, with 8. Let's go 6. All right, plane, parameters, plane, rotate X, I think it is. All right, and we're going to go 90. Enter. We're going to go Z. Put this back here. Scale. Scale that. Scale it like this. X. X scale like this. Y translate like that. And then we're going to put this base color. It's going to be, where is our JPEGs. Okay, where are our... What's it called? Here it is. I think that's it. That is it. Okay, there's our EXR file. All right, and then we can take this like this. And we're going to do the same thing here. Emission EXR. Where's our EXR? There. We're going to put this here like that. And the emission will go with a 5 here. And for luminance. And then we take, okay, we have geometry editor still open, I think. Okay. And then we scale this down. All right, parameters. Okay, we have to take this plane first in surfaces and turn off glossy color. Just make it black. We don't want a shiny sky. Then we come back to parameters and scale this down some, like this. Bring it over. Y. Over like this. Okay, let's take our look through our camera. There's our sun. Okay, see how that works, people. And we go here now to iRay. This isn't working. Okay, now I think this door here. I think our door is, okay, why? Okay, I think our door, no, it's not. It can't be because... All right, okay, so what we do is okay, go back to the camera view. And now we take and move. I'm thinking this glass right here is something kind of messed up with the glass. And so, all right, and notice the door isn't, it's showing through. Okay, now, that's not optimal either. Okay, but let's now rotate the dome. Okay, let's go to 1 here. Here we go. And if we go to this arch, we go to surfaces here. Okay, where's the arch? Glass window, okay. And we just just cut it out. Cut the glass window right out. All right, that gives us something. And then we can go back to our UltraScene. Oh, they're over here. UltraScene. Okay. Okay, I'll go back to this environment thing here. UltraScene terrain. What happens if we object, convert that to sub D. That didn't help. We're getting some kind of line here that I don't like. I think it's the all right, so I'm not sure what it is. What's causing that? What if, okay, we take, all right, let's try just moving the center a little bit. Parameters. And what are we doing here? We go dome rotation. Now that's kind of nice. Okay. All right, now the back. This is too bright here. That's too kind of blown out. So we go to our plane here in the back. Plane. Surfaces. Plane. We go up here. We bring this down a little bit, darken it a bit. There we go. And we could take this. We've got this luminance here. Bring that down to 3. Okay, 9. Let's go. What's nice is you can see your plane in the. Okay, and this, our sun is a little bit oblong. So we come here and we go X scale. Make it round. Okay. Let's see if that works. It kind of works. Right, what if we scale it all down a little bit more? Scale this a little more. This may not work. No, it won't work to scale it so far. I had to pick a sun that's up in the sky. Now, okay, so we'll scale it until it covers that, like that. Just a little more. That's the best we can do with this. Scale that a little more. Okay, let's try that. Save this scene. Okay. Okay, let's find some figures to put in the scene. I kind of would like to go back to Gascon. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, this is Serenity's gate. I'd like to make a scene from this, but I'm more inclined to go back and kind of mess with Gascon. That's what this tutorial's about, okay, is about using Gascon. So let's go File, New. We've got that saved. We can come back to it. All right, and so we go New Scene, Create. And let's play around with this new thing here. So let's bring let's just bring in some geometry and see how much it works when we're sure we have a cube here, okay, with 200 divisions. Okay, and let's bring in a sphere. Cancel. A sphere with 100. Okay, and let's scale the sphere up some. Scale up the sphere. All right, and we'll bring it down some. See what this looks like. I guess that's okay. Let's see the bottom here. Bring it up a little more like this. Okay. All right. And now we're going to take and go with the cube. And we're going to go Gascon II difference. So just do it right out of the box. Select the sphere. This should just work. It didn't do what I kind of thought it was going to do. Like, not at all. All right. So, okay, let's get rid of that. Let's go back here, turn them back on. I'm wondering if, okay, so let's try the sphere and do that one. Difference. Okay, cube. All right, this isn't at all what I kind of thought it was going to do. Not at all. I kind of thought it would just cut the sphere out and create surfaces. All right, so let's get rid of this. I'm not sure why this has got to keep coming over like that. All right, let's just do this, I guess. All right, so let's delete this and we'll try again. And we'll go with sphere. All right, we'll select the cube. Okay, we want the cube. Let's intersection sphere. Okay, that kind of did what I thought it was supposed to do. So maybe it's actually the intersection that I'm... Okay, Z. It's not really what I thought it was going to do. Okay, so Z. Okay, so let's try again. Let's go with the cube. Let's go with the sphere. First, intersection, cube. All right, we got the same thing kind of happening here. Okay, so we'll go with the sphere first. Okay, I think I did the sphere. I can't remember. All right, and now we'll go with the cube. All right, so I can't remember. Okay, so this time we're going to go with the cube. Cube. Okay, intersection, I guess, would be, it doesn't matter what you do because you're going to get the same result. Because it's wherever they're together, they occupy the same space, I guess. It kind of twists my brain a little bit. What I don't like about this, okay, is the quality. It's all crumpled up kind of looking. And I'm sure we could do better. Let's go into wireframe and see what it gave us. Okay, precision, let's go down to 0.5, like 0.2. And now let's get rid of these. And turn these back on. Because I have some nice geometry, and then what it's replacing is kind of like crappy geometry. So let's see what we go. Intersection, we'll try this again. Okay, cube. And then intersection again, sphere. All right, so that made even worse geometry. So let's go precision 5. All right. And now we turn these on again. Let's go with the cube first. Intersection. Intersection. Okay, sphere, I think we do this again. Okay, this gave us a very precise piece. Very precise thing here. Look at this. This is elegant and lovely. All right. Let's put some kind of metal texture. Now this is very nice. Look at that object we have created. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So it certainly works really nice with closed geometry when you do find something that's actually closed. So what we need is like a geometry closer, something that could take a piece of geometry, close it, and just like so that we can just use it as a cookie cutter, okay? And then we can place the other piece of geometry in, okay? Or put a skin around something with a geometry skinning, okay? So we could take like a door frame like that and just skin it, put a skin around it. And that would be closed. And that would be real. I cannot believe how gorgeous this is. Oh my gosh. Look at the edges. And it is part of the thing is because I have a lot of geometry in this, but I think part of this is this precision thing here, okay? I just don't want to delete that. So let's go back here now and turn these back on. And now let's go here with difference. And we go to cube. All right, let's actually click on cube instead. All right, see what happens. Now look at what we have here. Okay, it cut all of the, but it didn't create like, it took the cube out. This is very nice too. Look at the, well, actually this has a little bit of distortion around the edges. Okay, so this isn't quite as precise. Okay, so can we undo that? Z. Okay, when you undo it, it like has to undo like a billion things, okay? So, all right, that didn't work, okay, but let's just get rid of that and let's turn these back on. And then let's try with surface adaptivity, okay? And let's try, okay, we got smoothing steps. Let's go with 1 on that. And surface adaptivity, let's go with like 0.2. And now let's see how this works. Difference. Okay, and then we go with cube. Difference. Okay, that didn't work. Like I had the wrong thing selected. So let's try this again. Difference. Okay, there's our sphere. Cube. All right, that didn't work. It's almost like it's changing these objects when it does this stuff. It's okay, difference. Okay, why isn't the sphere poking through this? Oh, I might have undone it so far that I went back and it didn't, and it's resized. Okay, so we scale this up and there's our sphere. Okay, that might answer that. Okay, scale it a little more. Okay, and this way, I don't know that I needed to go that way. Let's go directly on. Okay, and we'll go put this in the center. And we'll bring this over a little more like that. Bring this up a little more like that. And we scale this a little more like this. Okay. I think that works. Okay, the back. Okay, this. All right, I think we've got this. All right, now this is amazing. All right, now let's go back to some of these operations here. Okay, so back to Gascon. All right, we go select the cube. We go difference again. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, so let's difference cube. Sphere, accept, difference, cube. Do it. All right, it did something, and now let's take a look at this wireframe. Okay, look what it tried to do. It's like around the edges here. It tried to like do something really fine around the edges. But it's not sharp. Okay, that's the problem, is the geometry isn't sharp enough. So what if we go with like 3, like go up higher in that. Let's get rid of this. Okay, turn these back on. I don't know if we have to even have them turned on to do this, but let's go into iRay again. And now let's go to unselect, and we'll just select difference, and it'll, okay, cube. Difference again, sphere. Now that is horrible, okay? So that tells us that when we go up here with this surface adaptivity, it gets even worse. So, okay, let's go back here. So then if we go to point 0.01, all right, I wonder how far we can go back, okay. So then we select difference, select the cube, accept, difference, select the sphere, accept, okay. See, that's a little better, okay, it's not perfect, but it's a little better. Now the smoothing steps, we're going to just take them out. Okay, and now we're going to go here and get rid of this again. And so we turn these back on. Cube, and now let's go to see how far we can go down here. Let's go 0.001. And it does let us go down there. Let's see. Unselect. I prefer to select it when it pops up. Okay, cube. Difference, sphere. Okay, that's a little sharper. Now, what would happen if we took this new cube here and we go edit, object, geometry, convert to sub D. Okay, that didn't seem to do anything really well with it. Okay, but let's go to parameters, sub D level, let's go to 2. And let's change this algorithm to bilinear. That's a tiny bit better. Loop. The legacy cat mark. Cat mull. All right, cat mull. Cat mark. Okay, that's okay. Sub D level 3. High resolution. Okay. So what we've got here. All right, we just keep playing with this until we figure it out. Okay, so this brought it down. So it brought it down to even a sharper edge. Okay, so Then we go and see if we can go. What if we go 0, 0, 0, 1? Will it let us go that far? Surface adaptivity. Okay, and now we're unselect difference, cube, select difference, sphere. Okay, that's even better, but it's still jagged. Okay, so now if we go precision, okay, if we take this out and let's go precision 10, at one point we could end up like crashing the computer here, but let's see what happens. Okay, so we go now to difference, cube, accept, difference, sphere, precision. Let's see what we got. No, we still got a bunch of jaggies here. So, and that's actually looks worse than, so let's go to precision. Okay, I think when we went to the, lowered the precision, smoothing steps. Okay, let's go back to 5 for the smooth precision. We seem to have a good thing there. And then let's go to the smoothing steps and let's go to like 5, 4. Okay, let's go there. Turn this back. I don't know if we have to turn that on every time. Okay, it's all right. Difference, sphere, accept. Okay, that smoothened it out a little bit better. Look what it did. Let's see what this looks like now in wireframe. Okay, look at that. See, this is some pretty heavy duty geometry here. Pretty nice. Now that's pretty. So we got smoothing steps. So what if we try like 8 on the smoothing steps? Double it. And now we go back here to difference. It's working every time as long as you have closed geometry. And then we go sphere, accept. And this could take a while. All right, let's try this again. All right, well that is something. Let's see what we got here. Once again, there's just a little bit of distortion in there. Okay, so the way, well, I did it the opposite kind of thing, though I wasn't intending to do this, but it went pretty quick here. It's just, you would think this wouldn't be rounded like this. It would just come down and be boom, sharp, like a sharp edge. And so what we're going to do is get rid of our sphere, get rid of our cube, get rid of this, and we'll get rid of that too. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to try something radical. Here's our sphere. We're going to go with 300 for sides. Okay, and we're going to go with our cube. We're going to go to 300 there. Okay. And then we're going to take our sphere and scale that up. We're just going to start out with much more finer geometry. Okay, scale that up. That. And then like this. Scale it some more. All right. And let's see what's going on in the bottom here. I can't see what I'm doing. All right, this is good. All right. And now we take and start this again. Gascon. Let's just do it. Okay, so we go unselect. Difference. Let's start with the sphere, I guess. And then we go with the cube. All right. I'm still not getting that sharp edge that I was. Okay, we're going to turn the smoothing off. And we'll leave the surface adaptivity. Okay. Now what would be nice is to have a little help thing where you could click on and says precision is this, and I don't see any kind of like question mark where you got help where you can click and right click or something and learn what these things do. Precision. All right, so we're going to get rid of this. I think the smoothing is what's making it rounding out like that. Okay, let's unselect that. Let's go to difference again. Accept. Cube. Okay, now this didn't round the edges, but what it did give us was this sharp edge here. Okay, so let me come here out of here again. How far can we go with this precision? What's the point of this? Okay, what is the point of this? Okay, and I'm not really seeing a point because the whole idea was to be able to chop geometry, other things out, chop things out. And you can't add more geometry to something. You can start out with a cube and a sphere, but so you got a cube and a sphere. It's like, how does that really help the scene? Okay, so we're going to go with 600, something very large. I don't even know if my computer's going to want to load something with that much geometry in it. It's probably just going to crash. All right, it did load it. It took a long time. All right, now the sphere. We're going to go 600 with that. And then we're going to take and come in here with the sphere again and scale that up. Look how round that is. Now, okay. Okay, I can't see that. All right, we'll scale it down a little bit more. Okay, and bring it up a little more like this. Okay, unselect, back to Gascon. Difference, select the cube, accept, select the sphere. Okay, now this is the best result we've gotten so far, and it's still kind of terrible. Cutter overlap. Enable cutter overlap. Okay, this is fracture. Cutter rotation, smoothing steps. So what if we just give it one smoothing step? Cube. Difference. Sphere. Okay, see, that did smoothen this a little bit, but it rounded it too. See, it rounded it like a lot. So it's not sharp. Okay, smoothing steps. All right, so we're going to take the smoothing steps out again. And the surface adaptivity, we're going to go down to like add a bunch of zeros. Doesn't say how many we've got here. Okay, apparently it will only let us go down to that, to there. All right, precision, let's go. What is precision here? So if we go down to 1, okay, and let's try this. See what's the difference. Okay, precision, cube. Okay. I'm not sure what the heck we have here. Okay, let's look at the geometry. Okay, so that's not very good geometry. It's not giving us a final result. That's very good. So when we go to precision 10, okay. Okay, let's unselect this. Difference, cube. We're starting out with some massive, geometry here. Okay, now look at this now. And I'm still seeing terrible, jagged edges. Okay, let's go up higher to like, okay, the highest it goes is 12. Okay, smoothing steps. Let's go 0.1. Okay, it won't let us do any more than 1. Okay, and now let's try again. Engine settings. Okay, cube. Select. Difference, sphere. Okay, so that's with... See, I mean, this isn't that bad, but when you're talking about like trying to smooth the doors to fit around, something, it's like it's not even approaching real world kind of results, not even close right now. And I guess we're asking for a miracle to be able to take just really rough geometry. And if you look at this, I mean, when I look at this in wireframe, I mean, this is gorgeous, but what I'm not seeing, okay, is, okay, this surface adaptivity. Okay, so let's go to like 1. Let's go up on the surface adaptivity. All right, because I'm not around the edges. I'm not seeing anything like adapting to. All right, so let's now go to cube difference, sphere. Okay, so that didn't adapt at all. Okay, so you have to go into the minus. Okay, 0.0001. Okay, that has to be there. Okay, so smoothing steps. Let's go to like high, like 8. All right, and cube. All right, this is what we're doing, is we're learning how to do this. Okay, difference, cube, accept, difference, sphere, accept. These smoothing steps. Now, this just completely smoothed it in a way that I wasn't expecting it to. It's kind of pretty. But it's like, looks like sea glass kind of smoothing. In a way, though, if this smoothing, if it could actually work where it takes and tries to take and create an edge in the geometry. Okay, so, but if we come here and turn the sphere back on, okay, see, it's not like, it's not really laying against the sphere in kind of the way you would expect it to. And if I were to take the sphere and make it larger, I could kind of cut into this a little bit. And then it's smoothed everything. It's just, okay, so engine settings node, not sure what that is. Fracture, it's a whole other thing. We've got the precision all the way up. When we bring the precision down, it becomes like, so we got it set all the way up. Okay, so, all right, so we take the cube out, the sphere out, this out. That wasn't horrible, but it's not what I, expecting or was expecting from this. Okay, and none of this has to do with that cylindrical UV map. Okay, discard current surface and UV map. That's a whole different thing. Okay, so we go create and we go into new primitive, and we're going to go up to segments. Okay. Let's go to like segment 600. Diameter 1, okay. That's our sphere. Let's look at this now in wireframe. Okay, it has so much geometry you can't even like. Now if I were to scale this up, sphere, scale, how far would we'd have to bring this in so far just to see. Okay, that may have been the problem. I may not have had my segments up enough. Okay. So now let's go here to our cube, and we're going to go 1,000 for this. Okay, there's our cube. Bring the sphere down, and let's look at this now in scale the cube, the sphere. And I suppose if you're just cutting a door out, it can kind of overlap in in a lot of instances. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so okay. Now we have them back in the scene again. And now we go back to Gascon. Difference, okay, select the sphere first. Then the cube. Okay, now this. All right, remember we have smoothing on. Let's turn the smoothing off. Let's see what we have here first without smoothing. Difference, sphere. Okay, cube. Okay, this is kind of the closest result we've gotten so far. Let's see what this looks like when we go into wireframe again. All right, it looks like it's taking some of my geometry out, okay? Because this had more geometry than this. Can we take this precision and go like to 22? Nope. The highest you can go is 12. It doesn't look like they actually changed the engine of how this all works, like at all. They've just added animation and a few other, and it doesn't look like they actually upgraded the way the basic engine works in this at all. Oh, yeah, they did actually. It's faster. It's like 100 times faster when it calculates. Okay, and it's probably because it's using 64-bit engine. So that might have taken like a ton of work just to get that done, And so whether if this is going to be upgraded anymore, because like if I look at the, you look at this sphere, okay, and then we turn this off, and we look at the sphere, and it's like, what happened to my geometry? It just completely killed my geometry. This sphere has a lot more geometry in it, and it's gone, all right? So, you know, and you can't bring this down any less. Yeah, okay. We have these pane settings. Copy the parameters in the pane to Gascon settings node. New Gascon points node. Use in fracture to set positions of clutter. Settings node. Used to preserve the operations settings. Copy the parameters from Gascon setting nodes to this pane. Okay, and pane settings node. Okay, when you put your mouse over, it says precision of the mesh. Okay, so like 12 is not enough. So, yeah, I mean, I should have kind of known when I looked at this, and you go here and look at this thing, and I mean, look at the jags. I mean, it's not like they're hiding them. Okay, look at those jagged edges. So, you know, intersection. So, and you can see now this isn't just laying perfectly across this. This has been smoothed a little bit. So, I mean, I noticed that when I know that was the first thing I noticed is like, well, if that's the quality you're getting for your for the, you know, promo image, and then you look at this and you can see you got jags here, all right, but then it's been smoothed. Yeah, it's smooth, but now it's lost its sharpness. Yeah. So this is a far cry from what I expected. Now this you know, looks like it's got jags around the edges again. So yeah, this is horrible. You know, it's just it doesn't look like threads. This doesn't look like a bolt. None of this looks right. Okay, so you know, my overall opinion of this is it's not there. It's not there yet. You know, it's like it needs more precision, and it's not there. What will that be coming in the future? I don't know. Now, much up to 100 times faster when preserving the UV map. Okay, so you know, I don't know, when preserving the UV, how about faster when it's doing the calculation itself? Union and can be animated optionally alongside the meshes. The plugin can save corresponding open VDB VOG files. Now that all of that's very interesting. Settings can be saved. Results can be smoothed. It's like, we don't want it smooth. We want them sharp. Okay, that's the thing. The value is independent of the size of the value. Is independent of the size of the objects. Compatible with 64-bit. Okay, so you know, I think it's getting there. Okay, it's not there. It's not from what I can see. You know, it's in every example. Okay, not smooth. It's like, why do you need to smooth it? Why can't you why can't you just put some geometry into this? Just load it with geometry, and this isn't this, okay? Smoothing would just be along this little edge here, okay? We don't need like it rounded. We need it sharpened, okay? So this isn't it, okay? Something's just not right here, okay? And look at the cake here. It's like, yeah, you know, this looks ugly. It looks horrible. This just, you know, I just don't know how else to say it. It doesn't look like cake with frosting. It looks like noise. So, I mean, it's nice how it cut this. And then your object, your geometry here is like showing. This looks like something from like 20 years ago. And this is a little bit better. I mean, you're picking things that look kind of crumbled, but even that doesn't really look like kind of crumbled. It looks like, again, like noise. Something's just not, it's not working here. This looks like way over smooth. There's no detail in this. It's just washed away. And so if you yeah, the algorithms aren't here. Now let's see. Animated original objects. Okay, so this kind of looks interesting. Because footprints don't have to be that precise as long as they're a little with the rounding, with the smoothing. I suppose that would still work because sand isn't going to have a perfect. It can actually have a very sharp edge, depending on how big your mold is and all. But time to move along. Angus is going to bed. Kids are getting restless. Thanks for sharing. Good night. You have a wonderful night, Angus. Lovely, lovely evening. What is left? Have a lovely sleep, and we will chat again tomorrow, my friend. You take care. Have a good night. Thank you for being here for 3.5 hours plus another hour earlier, hour and a half, 2 hours earlier today. So thank you very much, my friend, for putting so much of your time into this channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a lovely evening. So, what have we got here? So, yeah, I'm sad about this. This is yeah, it's not working. Okay, see, undo that cube. Okay, we take this. Okay, we'll undo this cube. Okay, let's bring a figure in. Okay, a figure, their head should be kind of, I don't know, let's bring a figure into the scene and chop half of their head off, okay, with this cube. All right, let's bring Vagner in here. And I don't even think this is going to work, even though Vagner is closed geometry. I'm not sure. I don't know that he is closed geometry because his eyes and all. So basically, I'm not sure that this is even going to work with this. But I can tell you right now that even if it does cut his geometry, it's going to be jagged again like before. Okay, so let's go to Gascon, all right, and difference. And difference again, and Vagner. Okay, let's see what happens. All right. Now, that's kind of weird. The man in the box. The man in the box. Okay, let's see now. Now when we go here to surfaces, do we have different things? Exterior, what's the difference here? Oh, it's the interior surface of the box. So we ended up with two surfaces here, okay. So let's turn this back on and this back on. All right, let's select Vagner first this time. Gascon, I think that's what we did maybe the last time. And then cube. All right, now this is kind of jagged again. It's just jagged again. This is it is seeing this as closed geometry. These objects, I guess, and this weird, it's like as if Wagner's head is still here. This it just completely baffles my mind. I mean, maybe I should just celebrate this because it's doing something that's kind of near impossible in Daz Studio, and it's still trying to do it. You know, but the results are just not there. You know, this should be sharp. Okay, it should just cut. Okay, it should cut. And okay, so what we've got coming though is we have mesh grabber smoothing tools, okay, coming. So what we're going to be able to do is possibly run that up along this edge and smooth it, and then run it across this edge and smooth it, and possibly create a line around here. We can smoothen it to that may be a saving grace. You know, it's like, why is it got to be that perfect? Well, you know, it's just the principle of it. It's the idea of the principle of it, okay? This cube has so much geometry, and Gascon is cutting all that geometry out. You can't go any higher than 12 for precision. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's, you know, I'd say it's in the infancy, even though it's now 64-bit, I guess. I'm not sure if that's been done just recently. And what did it do here? Look what it did. It like joined his legs together. The smoothing went all over the body. Maybe that's what it is doing, is creating some, okay, it could be creating some kind of bodysuit, okay? Why it did that, I'm not sure. And whether if you'd be able to fix that with mesh smoothing tools, I'm not sure either. It'd be kind of interesting to take this into Hexagon and look and see what's going on. Send to Hexagon. What happens, okay, when we bring this in? Okay, we end up with this very weird kind of small thing here. And oh, look at how beautiful the geometry is here. Again, I just don't understand. It's beautiful, but it's like, it's kind of more simple than it needs to be, you know? It's beautiful algorithm here, but it's simpler than it needs to be, in my opinion. It's like, okay, you should be able to just maybe pick algorithms, different algorithms. Give us some features here. Look at the hands here. The fingers are gone. It's like, what is this? This is horrible. Okay, it's just you know, this, you can't do anything with this. So now as for smoothing here, okay, well, let's see what happens when we try to smooth. UV paint. Smoothing, okay, and then we take, okay, we got to select Vagner again. Smoothing. Soften tool. See, this is smoothing it now. Will mesh grabber like work like this? Is it round? Are we rounding it, or are we actually sharpening it? That's the question. This just doesn't look like, you know, I would rather have just a like a very sharp kind of geometry here, you know, than, and it's like moving the whole, it's moving it, it's changing the shape of it. It shouldn't have to change. It should mimic the shape like perfectly, okay? Okay, see, that it's just going to end up looking, it's not going to look like it's been cut off. It looks going to look like it's all rounded. Yeah, I kind of would have preferred to have just had it like leave the geometry kind of the way it was. It is when the geometry is already so fine. Why do you have to recalculate the geometry? You know, when the geometry is finer than your algorithm. So you know, it should just look and say, you know, I shouldn't really replace this geometry with inferior geometry, you know, and that's what it's doing. It's just replacing it with inferior geometry. I mean, they're beautiful algorithms for the topography, kind of. That's beautiful algorithms, but they're wrong. They're just not the right thing. This isn't right at all. Why can't I have forgotten how to move the darn thing? Okay, this way. All right. How do I move it? This way. Okay. Yeah, this is terrible. So, big letdown. Okay, my you know, my opinion is on Gascon. Now that I've looked at it, unless somebody can tell me that there's this just like coming in here and doing this, even if Mesh Grabber is like works miracles, it can't fix this. You can't fix something that's been corrupted this bad. Okay? This is corrupting the geometry, okay? It's not actually cutting it. It's doing something horrible to it. I'm wondering if maybe even Gascon 1, even though it was slow, I could actually get some results. It did actually cut the geometry. This isn't cutting it, okay, at all. I forgot that when you zoom out, this thing gets bigger. Okay, so we just kind of go like this, and all it's doing is just rounding everything off, and this is terrible. And there's no fingers. Fingers are gone. Okay, so we go out of here. Yeah, go ahead. Reverse deformations, yes, accept. Okay, and then we can come up here. Morph created successfully. Now it's supposed to be have like a sharp line here. This just it. You know, if you wanted flesh here, you build it in yourself. You don't just rely on like really bad geometry cuts. All right, so then we go here to surfaces. Okay, we go back to parameters. So this isn't doing anything that I kind of expected it to do. Well, it smoothened it out, but it's not a cut. That's not really a cut. It's kind of sort of, if I'd blended it a little bit more, maybe it might have. But what's the point? The hands are gone. The fingers are gone. You know, it's just this. It's replaced the geometry with something terrible. So yeah, my all right. Is there something I'm missing? I've got to watch this tutorial again. Okay, watch it through all the way again, and can't wait to try out the new features. Thank you. Okay. No idea what's up with this. So yeah. So all right. I will I think there's probably maybe somewhere there's a manual for this. You know, the YouTube tutorial here, I don't even think they talk in it. Let's see. Organizer. What happens when I... Okay, so there's sound there. But when I come here, there's like no sound here. It's like, okay, so yeah, it's just, again, you know, and look at this. This is just not acceptable. And now it looks like it's kind of promising, like it's... So now we go to surface down to 0.01, okay? Surface adaptivity. Okay, and now this is with surface adaptivity on. And it's not really showing. Okay, and smoothing. And then when he puts the smoothing on, and he just puts it on 1, okay? It's rounded it, okay? It's not supposed to be rounded. It's supposed to be sharp, like a perfect circle. It's like, okay, so this is, it's not there. You know, it's not there. So, the algorithms are just all wrong here. This is rounded, okay? That's not conforming to another shape. That's okay. Fracture operation. So, okay, cutter. Okay, Gascon cutter. What are these things here? Cutter. So, all right, that's going to do it for me for this tutorial. I'll watch this. I only paid like, I think $10, $11 for it. And it's something that's worth buying for that price. It was worth buying, okay? So for me, it was worth buying it, even though it doesn't really work, okay? It doesn't work to do anything that I really would want it to do, because it's not precise enough. Okay, it's not right. The geometry, it's not putting fine enough geometry in it. This should be like up to 50 or 100. This precision, okay, 12. No, it needs to be much more precise. Okay, so much more. All right, this isn't even close. Now this whole surface adaptivity. I mean, I think if it just used the surface that was there, I don't know that I would need any adaptivity, all right? If it just actually cut the geometry the way it is. So, all right. So this is kind of this is a huge disappointment for me, because I was just massively excited about this, and now I'm not feeling the love anymore for this. Discard current surface and surfaces. Maybe if I take, now you see the surfaces, it's not about the surfaces, it's about the geometry. Okay, this is the area. So, all right, people, thank you for watching. I will be back with more EZ3DTV. We're going to work on Serenity's gate, make something really nice out of that. And thank you, people, for watching. If you're still awake, Serenity, I hope you're having a lovely evening. Yeah, my advice in general, if you can get it for $11 or even less, then maybe buy this just for the heck of having it, because maybe when they finally come out with Gascon 3 and actually put some precision in it, okay, then it might be worth owning, okay? To me, I can't think of any real kind of use for this, which if it actually had precision, I can think of hundreds of uses. But and what it's doing, how it's doing this, it looks like it's creating some kind of bodysuit, but the bodysuit has no geometry in it. It's like, so it's not conforming to the surface right, okay? So you should be able to really crank up that precision and crank up the adaptive smoothing, the adaptive surface. That should you should be able to crank that up very, very high, okay? It's not there. So, all right. Have a lovely day, what's left of it. Take care. I will see you again in the next EZ3DTV tutorial. And I'm going to go and try to, at some point, I'm going to try to contact and say, what's up with the precision? There's no precision here. And it's obvious. I mean, I don't think that they would have put this into the promo image. This is smoothened out too much. There's no precision here, okay? And then this is just rounded out to way too much. It's been smoothed out way too much. There's no precision here. This should be very sharp lines, okay? It's not here. So what do we do? How do we fix it? How do we get this to work right? You can see there's no precision here. And this is horrible. Even if you start out with something that has a ton of precision, reproducing the UV map, original UV map, okay? So maybe there was just so much work to get it up to the point of one where they had to rewrite it. I don't know, maybe in 64-bit. They made it available for Mac. Maybe it was just took so much work just to get it up to the level of Gascon 1. Where they just figured at some point we'll amplify the resolution of this, but so it's no better to me than Gascon 1, which was horrible. So I don't know that Gascon 1 actually put that bodysuit over it. I think you could actually chop the geometry if it was very, very sharp, because look at what I have. Okay, when I go here, all right, and we go to PNG and Gascon, Gescon. All right, look at what I have here. Gascon. This is stuff I did with Gascon 1, okay? And you see I was able to cut this out, and if you look at it, it is still kind of rounded. It's not. That was the best I could do with. You see, and this is from like 2 years ago. You know, and it's still, you know, I tried to cut a cylinder out of here, and if you look, it's not really that well done. And maybe, you know, maybe I have to like stretch these things to a very large size and then size them down. I don't know. Maybe there's a workaround for this. So we look at this, and this again, it's just terrible. It's terrible what we're dealing with here. So yeah, these are all that I have for images, and these were the best I could do. So I was never able to really get the precision from Gascon 1 that I wanted either. So okay, take care, people. Please like, subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I need subscribers. If you know any other DAZ people, please bring them to my channel and say, subscribe right now. Please subscribe. I need only a few more subscribers, like less than 150 to, and they've got to be DAZ subscribers. Don't like get your grandchildren to subscribe, and you know, unless they work in DAZ. Okay, I just kind of, you know, we get if you have any DAZ friends that you talk with on a regular basis, please introduce them to my channel and have them subscribe. I will be back in the next EZ3DTV tutorial. Have a great evening and take care, and I will see you again soon. Alrighty, bye-bye.